If you're going to rock the Panasonic 3DO game console with such awesome games as Nova Storm and Blade Force, then guess what you'll need in addition to a Panasonic 3DO that works? A Panasonic 3DO controller. The gamepad, look at this. It's what would happen if a Sega Genesis controller mated with a Super Nintendo gamepad. Note the big curvy grip things for your hands, 3-button layout, a pause, play button, stop, and what's that, a headphone jack? Oh yeah, try doing this with your Sega Genesis controller. You'll break something. That's right, now you can listen to your Panasonic 3DO from the comfort of your own couch if you don't have speakers. But if you can afford one of these, odds are you can afford speakers. So maybe it's just for convenience and privacy. It's actually kind of neat, but no doubt added to the astronomical cost of this thing back when it was new. There's even a little volume control. How's that sound? The 3DO controller comes with a generous amount of cord, and here's the plug, which looks remarkably similar to what you'll find on the Sega Genesis, Atari 2600, ColecoVision, or Vectrex, but it's not exactly the same. I tried using a Genesis controller on this. Doesn't work. There, now you're all plugged in, ready to play some Panasonic 3DO video games, which are pretty awesome from what I've seen. It boldly says Panasonic right on the front. There's the 3DO logo. Comfortable buttons, comfortable design. It feels like a Genesis controller. Or like a larger Super Nintendo gamepad. You got 2 buttons up here. See that? There's a hidden surprise beneath this thing. Hey now, it's an extension port, which is convenient considering the Panasonic 3DO only has one controller port on the unit. You could daisy chain up to 8 controllers together. Most importantly, the Panasonic 3DO controller is comfortable and familiar. For anyone who's played video games, you can pick this thing up and get right into games like Road Rash. You can play for a long time. It's just got that Sega Genesis controller feel. It's about the same size, and the D-pad is similar. As you can see, it's, well, looks like a lighter gray version of the Genesis D-pad. Here's the buttons, which are also easy to push, big, comfortable. These 2 buttons in the middle are kind of odd to work the menus, and then the ones up here can be used occasionally. And that's about it. It's kind of unattractive, but it's comfortable. That's what's important. Now let me get this straight. I can daisy chain Panasonic 3DO controllers together? Well, by that logic, I should be able to daisy chain a Vectrex controller onto the Panasonic 3DO controller, thereby playing Panasonic 3DO games, if I could plug this in the right way, on my Vectrex. Wait. That doesn't make any logical sense whatsoever. Well, just because I'm pretty sure this is the first time anyone's actually done this in history, here we go. Panasonic 3DO controller connected to a Vectrex controller. What happens if I push this button? Absolutely nothing. Boy, that Vectrex controller looks nice though, doesn't it? Yeah, that's how you build them. Look at that thing. Oh, sorry, I forgot about you. Panasonic 3DO controller. Hey, thanks to our good friend Mohammed in Qatar for donating the unit and the controller, hooking the show up with an endless supply of Panasonic 3DO games. Now I gotta try playing him with this thing. I'll let you know what happens. I tried it. It turned the universe backwards. So Road Rash becomes Hishadar, and it's really fun. Thanks to using the Zertkev